Here we go. Welcome to our little workout. Yeah, here we are out in nature. You know, we have some distractions out here, so it's taken me a little bit to get into wanting to make a video. Just want to be fully honest. If that's one thing I want to show up as my fully authentic self, and I hope you see that I'm on unstable ground and there's car noise and there's cars that are driving by. I'm gonna let those be my distractions to get deeper into my practice and just get into my body. So let's start with this little warm up. This is like a Pilates power fusion practice. I don't know how long it's gonna be. We're just gonna flow with it. Not gonna be over 30 minutes, but see, my feet are not really that balanced here, but I'm just gonna let them feel the ground. I'm gonna really like lift up my toes, set my toes down, feel the arches of my feet, just allow myself to really like feel all the nooks and crannies of the ground, of my mat. What's the texture that you're standing on? What is like the substrate? Is it hard? Is it soft? So just we're gonna allow ourselves to get into that curious mind, to get out of the stress mind, because our vagus nerve can only do one of two things. It's like a Y in the road. You can only go left or right. So I'm going to actively get into curiosity. What's the soles of my feet doing? What are the ankles of my feet doing? Kind of rolling in little circles. We're just taking some time to sync the body, mind, the mind, body. Let them become one. Let the breath get into the body. Soften the knees, soften the hips. Notice what's going on in the belly. Notice what's going on in the tilt of the pelvis. Feel into the chest. Take a deep breath all the way up into the chest. Let the arms spread out. Move the wrists around. Lay the arms back down. Palms face forward. And then adjust the chin. Make some circles. Circles the other direction. Let's reach our arms up and over the head and stretch the arms long. Let's do this a few times. Inhale for a reach. Exhale, relax. One more time. Inhale up. Exhale down. Let's take some little side body movements. I'm going to bring my feet closer together, reaching the arms all the way up over the head. Fingers touch, palms touch. Walk your hips to one side and your shoulders to the other side. So you're making like this banana shape or a half moon shape. I'm going to try to squeeze my biceps toward my ears. And then inhale, reach up, exhale to the other side. Feel the breath in the body. Feel the breath in the belly and the chest. Squeeze the butt. Inhale to come up. Taking deep breath for expansion in the body, and the exhale's contraction in the body. So we're finding that polarity of the breath. Inhale for rising, exhale for leaning over to the other side. Keep squeezing the biceps toward the ears. Keep leaning the head back, chest forward, tracking with the hips. And then exhale, the arms go down by the side body. Let's roll the shoulders a couple times. Rolling the shoulders the other way. All right, my band-aids coming off. Great distractions. These are all perfect for the practice. Let's have our feet be a little bit wider than the hips, and we're going to do a little forward fold. We're going to reach the arms up, and then we're going to take a forward fold with a flat back, forward fold. All right, and then we're going to inhale, ragdoll up. Reach the arms, exhale, flat back, forward fold. So I'm rounding my spine to come up, and I'm using a flat back to go down. And this is not about being perfect. It's about just feeling your body. All right, let's keep warming up. We're gonna reach the side body. Actually, we're gonna do one side at a time. That was my vision. I had this idea. And so we're gonna reach and we're stretching toes to fingers, one long line. Let's do 10, 9, 8, 7, squeeze up and in, 5, 2, and 1. And now we're going to cross the body, cross, fist and pump the arm. 7, 3, and 2, and 1. All right, and now let's go for this little side lunge and pump. and side lunge and pump. I keep my opposite hand on my hip. I just like to feel, it helps me feel where my hip is going. Let's do 5 more. Check out your chin. Make sure your chin is tracking with the center part of your torso. And 2 and 1. And now we're gonna pick up this foot, stand balance, woo! And then stepping it back over. And balance and step. For 7. Oh wait, that was 8. This is 7. When I'm lifting my foot and my knee up, I'm squeezing belly up and in, crunching. Making a C-shaped curve with my spine. And 4. And 1 more. And walk it out. We'll get that on the other side. Getting a nice little warm up, get the circulation going. Okay, and reach. 6. And last one. And now we're crossing the body. And 5 more. And I'm gonna touch my ankle and then pump it back. And touch and pump. Just warming up. Noticing the articulation of the spine, noticing the breath in the belly. I'm constantly thinking about, where is my breath? So for me, working out is like meditation. I might not feel so great before, but I know I'm gonna feel good after. And 2, and 1. And now we're picking up, what do we do? Picking up the foot and crunching the knee in toward the chest. For 7. And 2. And 1. And march out. You got an emergency vehicle coming up. You know, it could always be worse. Right. Blessings to whoever is needing the emergency vehicle right now. All right, and now we're gonna squat and lift. Squeeze the butt. Squat and lift. Squeeze the butt. We're kind of doing this pelvic thrust forward. Thrust, squeeze the butt. For 7. Extension in the spine. And 3. And 2. Last one, hold it down. And we're gonna keep the arms in front and we're pulsing for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Woo! Feel the burn. Now we're gonna reach the arms up, exhale, forward fold. Now we're gonna keep the hands down and we're gonna bend the knees and reach and straighten the legs, hands down. For 10. And we're reaching the arms forward. Reaching in the squat, hands down, straight legs. 5. Spread your toes, hips are going back, just like you're gonna sit down in a chair. For 2, and 1, standing up tall. Nice. Inhale up, exhale for that little squat. And now we're in our little squat and we're gonna pump our hands together. For 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, reach the arms up all the way to standing. Exhale, hands to the side. All right, great. Now we're gonna do little calf raises. We're gonna reach up and lower and up. We're gonna do this for 20. 17, lifting up and in, Feels good to be outside. Smelling the trees. Let's do 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. Losing your balance is part of the practice. And 2, and 1. All right, stepping it out. Wide legs. Wide legs. Let's do toes out, heels in. Toes out, heels in this little goddess squat, horse stance. And we're going to lift up one heel and down. And let's actually just do one leg at a time. We're going to go up and down for 10, 9, 8. I'm a little shaky with mine right now. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Other side. 1, 2, 9, and 10. And then together for 10. I'm gonna hold my arms up. 6. All right, one more for extra credit. Hold it up, go up onto the tips of the toes, and then set the knees, the heels down. All right, let's walk it out. Walk it out. Walk it out. All right, we're gonna do little twists with wide legs. Wide legs, toes in. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, reach an arm up, twist at your spine. Set the hand down, opposite side. Set the hand down on an exhale. Inhale, hold it for a full cycle. And then exhale it down. Now other side, holding it for just another beat. And now this time we're gonna hold it for a solid 3 breaths. So you have more time to kind of articulate the spine, the hips, the feet, the hand. Maybe you're looking down, maybe you're looking up. And exhale the arm down. 3 whole breaths on this other side. Feel the shoulder blades beam away from each other, creating space between your shoulders and your spine. Hug the belly up and in on the exhale. Inhale, length between the vertebrae, chin in toward chest. And exhale, hand goes down. All right, let's heel toe the feet closer together. Go down onto the knees. We're gonna do a little bit of Pilates on the mat. So we're gonna lay down on our backs, shimmy forward, cross the ankles. Let's roll ourselves back into a little ball. So we're gonna bring the heels together. Just gonna take a moment to show you. Heels together, toes apart. This is how we do a lot of Pilates exercises. And it's not just like my heels are together. I'm pushing my heels together. Because the more you push the heels together, the more you're gonna turn on the TVA and less hip flexors, okay? So that's why we're doing that. And I'm kind of on a slant toward the camera, but no big deal. So heels together, toes apart, grab onto the shins. And let's try rolling like a ball. We're gonna roll like a ball a few times and then we're gonna lay on our backs. So we're gonna roll and up. So be mindful that you're not going down onto the shoulders. And you're not just using momentum, but you're using that lower belly strength. Let's do 5. 3. 2. And 1 more. Okay, and now we're gonna stay up and see, can I straighten my legs and bend my knees and straighten and bend, heels together. Whoa, okay, I'm going back down. Okay, so here we are down on the mat. Let's bring the knees in toward the chest. Legs stretch out, circles at the ankles. All right, we're gonna do our 100. So we're gonna keep our legs up. We're gonna reach our arms, reach, shoulders lift off. And then we're gonna pump the arms for 10. We're gonna inhale, we're gonna do 100. Okay, let's start over. So the 100s, I'm not sure we've done the 100s. We exhale for 5 seconds, inhale for 5 seconds, exhale 5 seconds, inhale 5 seconds. For me, I do it all through my nose. Some people exhale through their mouth. That's okay, do you. But we're gonna do 10 Let's see if that's, so how long is that? That's like, we're gonna do 10 rounds. And your legs can be here, or your legs can be here. And you're pumping your arms and squeezing your abs. Oh yeah, we do just 10 reps, that makes sense. Because we're doing the hundreds, right? So it's 10 reps and we're doing 10 seconds each one. I figured it out. It takes some time sometimes. Sometimes the brain is not really here. Let's do 3 more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And one more round. Inhale for 5. Exhale for 5. And set the knees down. Woo! Let's do our little hamstring stretch. We're gonna pump, pump, and lower the leg, pump, pump. For 10, 9, and 8. Keep your toes pointed, legs straight, head and shoulders down. A little relaxation for the neck. Zipping the belly. And pump, and pump. Little hamstring stretch, right? And 3, point those toes. The leg that's straight, you're stretching it out of the hip. Last one on both sides. All right, draw your knees in, heels together, knees apart. We're gonna reach our hands behind the nape of the neck where the head and the neck come together. And we're gonna curl our elbows in toward the knees. And we're gonna extend and straighten. We're gonna extend and crunch. Extend and crunch. For 8 more. 8. I'm trying to get my knees to touch my elbows. 3, 2, and 1. Keep it up. Now elbows are gonna go broad, knees and toes together. Curl your toes down and push and in. Elbows broad, still up. 8 more. Curl your toes so much. Squeeze your inner thighs together. Give yourself a little smile. It's getting intense. And last one. And head and neck down. Woo. Circles at the knees. Feel like I'm rolling off my mat. I'm going to go back down. All right, we're going to do that little crunch sequence one more time. So grab onto the nape of the neck, interlace your fingers, heels together, knees apart. Curl your elbows in. Elbows are touching the knees. You're going to go out for 10. Out, tap the elbows. 9. Last one. Okay, legs up, elbows out. Curl your toes, bend the knees. Now the legs are staying together and in. Together, curl the toes. That's 2. 8 more. 5. 6. Feel the burn. 1 more. Woo! And rolling like a ball. Heels together, toes apart. Okay, rocking up. We're gonna go over to our side line. So now we're gonna do I think I'm gonna do the intermediate version. Okay, so you're gonna go on your forearm, fingers facing forward, but your elbow's kind of it's not a 90-degree angle, it's a little bit more spacious. Okay, we're gonna go up onto the bottom knee. And then we're going to point the back toes. The bottom toes are pointed. And then knee, hip, shoulder, elbow, tracking to the best of our ability. Remember, this is just, it's not perfection. Okay, this is getting it done with as good as we can show up today. So now we're going to get the leg up. We're going to flex the toes. We're going to kick the foot forward and back. 9 more. Squeeze the belly. 2 and 1. Okay, now the legs hovering, point the toes, circles. Little circles, like the size of a basketball. Is that how much I'm doing? Yeah, there we go. About the size of a basketball. One direction. Let's do 5 more. Maybe this elbow wants to go up, and then switch the direction. Keep sealing up and in with the navel. Sealing up and in with the pelvic floor, your perineum. You're stopping the flow of pee. 3, 2, 1. Draw the knee toward the elbow and straighten for 10. Little oblique crunches. 7. 1. Woo! Lean your weight forward. Plant your hands down onto the mat. Knees on the mat. You're in a little tabletop position. Seal the Band-Aid back on. There we go. Band-Aid's on. I'm going to lift up into a plank, and then I'm going to hover. So I'm going to be in like a short plank. Hover and plank. And hover and plank. For 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, up and in with the pelvic floor, up and in from the navel. Last one, hover and then sway the knees, out and in, out and in. 10, 9, squeeze up and in with the belly. Woo! 2 and 1, set the knees down, press your hands toward your knees, standing up tall. Let's get that on the other side. Elbow down, knee down, bottom knee down, point the toes. Hand can be up onto the nape of the neck, hand can be on the hip, wherever you want it. Okay, we're going to start with the leg flexed, kicking forward and back. 6, 2 and 1, and then hover the leg. We're making little circles. 7, 'The other direction. 'All right, and then we're getting oblique crunch, knee to elbow. 1, we're getting 10. 2 and 1, straighten the leg, propping up through that plank position. We're going to take a short plank, walk your feet a little bit in, press through your heels, hover the knees, and straighten. And hover and straighten. We have 8 more. Keep sealing the pads of your fingertips in your mat. Keep bringing your inner elbows facing forward. Press through your scapula. Resist the force of gravity for 2 and 1, and then hover the knees. The knees are going side to side. In and out, in and out. 2 and 1, knees down, forearms down. All right, let's get those hamstrings and glutes turned on. One leg lifts up, keep a bend in the knee, and then lift the foot higher, and then drop it, the knee down. For 10. 5. Keep that bend in the knee. Keep resisting the force of gravity with the belly. Keep sealing belly up and in. 2 and 1. Now we're going to do the fire hydrant. Knee stays bent. You're opening it out and down. 8 more. Last one, switch sides. So now we're going to lift up the leg, 90-degree bend in the knee, foot is flexed, we're lowering and pumping up. 10. Keep the belly nice and tight, the whole motion. Breath is in the chest. 'Last one, and now we're going to do the fire hydrant. Keep the 90-degree, keep the foot flexed. You're opening and lowering for 10. Keep the rest of your body still. You're just moving that knee out and in. 5. Keep the foot flexed. Try not to compensate in your shoulder girdle. 2 and 1. Woo! Walk it in. Take a little child's pose. Take a little puppy dog. So there's child's pose, right? Puppy dog's like the opposite. Hips stay up, chest goes down. Walking the hands toward the knees. All right, what else do I have on my list that I wanted to do? Okay, that's feeling pretty good. Let's stand ourselves up, take a little cool down. So we're gonna walk side to side, stepping it out and in, and out and in, and kind of like cooling down how we warmed up. Let's stretch arm up and up onto the foot, but we're switching sides this time. Mindful of the breath. Notice your mindset. And in front of the body. For 2. Last one. And then the arms are we're gonna keep the whoop, 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 whoop. We're gonna keep marching, but we're gonna bring the knee up and kind of do a crunch. So we're gonna go crunch and crunch for 10. And now we're gonna do twist. Last one. And wide legs, arms open. Let's forward fold and stand up. Inhale to rise, exhale to forward fold. And then standing back, hands at the nape of the neck, interlace the fingers. And really wide shoulders, wide elbows. We're gonna crunch the abs in. Inhale, open. Exhale to crunch. Lift up and in at pelvic floor. 7 more. Nice. Let's lower down onto our knees. Extend one leg out, toes flex in. Put that hand on your thigh. Reach the opposite arm up and stretch over toward that extended leg. Keep your ear and bicep close to each other. And then make some big circles at this shoulder joint. In the other direction. And then set that hand down over to the side, prop up onto the tips of the fingers and beam your hip point forward. Reach your opposite arm up and over. Lengthening out of your hip. Stretching, feeling all the skin around the hip stretch. And then you're going to push into the ground, come all the way back up, both knees together. Let's bring our hands to our hips. And we're going to lean our weight back, keeping extension in the hip. And do 5. Leaning back as far as we can go. So stretching out your front body, stretching out your quads. 3 more. Squeeze the butt. Elbows draw together. Beam your chest forward. Last one. And then stretch the opposite foot out. Toes face forward. Arm extends down onto the thigh by the knee. Exhale over for a stretch. Breathing into the belly, the chest. Looking down at your foot or looking up under the shoulder. Make some shoulder rotations. And the other direction. Your breath start to slow down but still stay victorious. Setting that foot down, the hand down onto the tips of the fingers, reaching the opposite arm up and over. Beam your hip forward so there can be a deep bend in the hip. We're trying to take the bend out of the hip, reaching the arm up. Stretching the fingers. Feel how when the fingers stretch away from the foot, you feel that pull, that stretch in the pelvis. And exhaling here. Inhale, push the ground away, lift off your foot, come back to kneeling. Hands on the hips. Let's take some hip circles. So we're going forward and back. Kind of lubricating the knees, getting some sweetness back into the pelvis. The other direction. And then sitting back on the heels in this hero's pose. Thunderbolt pose, hands at the heart. Take a moment to draw the shoulders away from the ears. And sit here long enough that the breath becomes slow and steady once again. We're going to take some belly breath. We're going to take 5 breaths into the belly and then deflate the belly. So now we're allowing the body to build that resiliency. That there was time for doing strenuous movement and getting that productive stress. And now we're allowing our body to calm down, to go into that space of rest and digest. So we're transitioning from the workout back into the rest of our day. Taking full breath into the belly, expand through the chest. Exhale, release the chest and tighten the belly. One more full breath here. And exhaling, wiggling the hands down. Making some circles at the wrists, maybe flicking the hands. Let's rub the hands at our heart. Rub the hands really, really fast. You're going to build some fire between the hands. Feel that warmth, that heat between your palms. Keep your eyes closed. And then you're going to bring the palms to cover your eyes, fingers toward the forehead. Feel that darkness soak in to soothe the eyes, the muscles of the eyes. And lean your head back, open up through your chest, blink your eyes under closed hands. And then with your eyes open, move your hands, and here we are on the other side. How do you feel? Thank you for practicing today. Have a great rest of your day.